Here's a quick look at the Audi as it started out whenever I got it. I pulled off the bumper because it's all broken up, and I got a replacement one from the wrecking yard that was in a lot better shape. It was blue color, so I will show you what I did with it in a second here. So after getting the car back together, I put the front bumper on and it was blue from the wrecking yard, so I spray painted it flat black because the rest of the car was flat black, but I was kind of tired of that because it was really old and it was crinkling in some places and it was peeling like right there. So I have been stripping it off, but I decided to leave some of it the way it was. So I got the bumper, the back bumper still flat black, the fin is flat black, the roof is flat black, and the lower running board or what side skirt is flat black. So let me pull this tape off of here real quick. These lights are really foggy. So now it looks like this. Get back far enough and then the sun's in the way, or in it. Let's see here. So I think it turns out really good. It's nice and shiny, but if you can see on here, the wrap left a bunch of goo that I'll have to try and figure out how to get off. But there's it with the flat top and flat top. So gonna try and take off the rest of this door and front fender over here. That's the last of the stuff that has to go. Oh, and I painted the little bumper cover piece here too. This goes on here somehow. Let me put this camera on a stand. Oh, it goes in the top first. There we go. Now I got fingerprints on it. This wrap is really old, so it's really brittle. So it's really fun to get off of there. So to get this off of here, you have to find a spot where you can start picking at it. Oh, I gotta pop the hood. So on this one, he did a pretty good job wrapping it, and he went around the edges on everything. And so you can see up here, the wrap starts way up here. Like that. But since it's so brittle, I'll zoom back out a little bit, it just tries breaking. This heat gun is a little hotter than needed, but it does a pretty good job. But it's bubbling everywhere, like right in this crack here. So the heat gun makes the wrap a little bit less brittle. So it's pretty much just a lot of time peeling off small sections of the wrap like that and sticking them to each other so that you can get the rest of this off of here. But everywhere there's a crack in the wrap, it rips like that. So I'm just gonna continue with this fender and door, and I'll show you the final product. Oh yeah, some places like up here where he it seems like he took the fender off or took the front bumper off and the headlights out and wrapped the fender all the way up underneath here and all the way around under there. It is easier to just come along with this knife and cut a line so that it peels off straight way back there instead of ending up with a bunch of pieces of wrap sticking out. So yeah. So whenever it's heated up, it kind of causes the wrap to rip in a way that you can get to the edge of the rip instead of it just being a nasty mess. There, this light can peel out of here. That comes out so I can peel it out around it. So what my idea is I'll try and rip it away from there like that, and then I can leverage that to pull it out of the door jamb. And then once that's all off, I can push the light back in, and so it looks almost as good as new, unless you look at this part right here where the clear coat is all chipped off. So that's probably why he put the wrap on, is because the paint was degrading. So here I go, continuing on. Back here, since I want to leave the mirror on and the wrap in as good a condition as I can, and the door handle also, I'll try and just trim around as much as I can on the door itself, angled back underneath the wrap of the mirror as much as I can so that I can just pull the wrap off. So now hopefully that's got a score mark in there where it'll just break off. And then same back here. I think this will pull out just fine because it's already cut there. But on this side, I'm not taking this lock mechanism out. And back here, he has it behind the trim everywhere. And I don't know if I want to pull all these trim clips out. See how the wrap goes all the way back around to here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but maybe if I zoom in. So right here it's wrapped all the way around to here, and I don't want to break all these clips since they're 22 years old, so I'll just leave those like I didn't see it and come out here and trim around next to the trim. Trim by the trim. And I'll do that all the way around the bottom of the door frame. So, along the top of the door is the hardest part because he's somehow wrapped around there and I don't know how to get it off properly. Now the door wants to close. So it's just trying to peel it up out of there. It's a mad mess. I hate it. I've tried like cutting along in there, but I guess if I had a bit that was bent right on the end so I could stick it down there and score along there, that might be helpful, but I can't. So I just got to try and peel it out as best I can. Guess I can show you what I'm talking about. So this is on a 12-year-old wrap or something like that. I don't know how long wraps are supposed to last. What's a good lifespan for a wrap? I did notice that yesterday when it was 70 or 80 degrees out, the black paint or the black wrap warmed up really nicely in the sun, and that also stabilized it so it was easier to pull off where the sun was shining. I'm just using this on the low setting. If I'm peeling a piece and try to heat it as I peel it, then it rips right along the line where it meets the door because this is too hot. So when I have a spot like this and it's cold, it's really hard to get it to peel up. So heating that up helps a lot. I'll just put you back here like this and time lapse you. Ignore the sun over there.
there we have it. The 20-foot paint job. Maybe even farther. Strudel likes it. So there you go. Taking the wrap off of something isn't a lot of fun, but it's probably easier than sanding the whole car. So you can just peel the wrap off and then put a new one on. Probably a couple day job instead of a couple week job. So there's trade-offs, I guess. Paint might last longer, but a wrap is easier. I don't know if it's cheaper or not, but Plasti dip is also an option, unless you get little mess ups in it. But I just sprayed this in like 10 minutes, but I probably can't take it off, but I could probably Plasti dip it another color over top of this one. So I gotta figure out how to fix the crack in the bumper. So yeah, overall I'm happy with it so far.